Please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today is March 5th already. This is our 9th meeting. It's just a little bit after 10 o'clock. We're going to dispense with public comments today because we have 3 presentations we're going to have. I'd also like to take a minute before the meeting for a moment of silence for the troops we've lost in this recent war in Iran. And we talk about how hard it is to get through our lives. We talk about how far it is to walk the vote. There's actually people at this moment dying to give us that right. And it's not that big a deal to me. I mean, those are the people that need our respect and our prayers. So if we could have a minute of silence, please. Thank you. All right. We're going to start off with Dwayne Piccarelli, and it's for the Stepping Up Initiative.
I'm not sure, did our Justice Stratton was gonna zoom in. Is anybody on?
Is she on Zoom?
Is there any visitors coming in on Zoom? I don't see you. There's nobody in the waiting room. There's nobody.
You know it's.
Yes, yes.
Everybody's, it's.
Dwayne, we can put you off the last if you want.
I
Yeah,
wanna put it off.
yeah, it's our meeting, put it off. All right, Mike Adams, Ohio Entertains. You have something for us?
My name is Mike. I happen to work here for the county in their IT department, and I was asked to do a presentation on America 250 in the Mahoning Valley, tribute to American culture, contributions from the Northeast Ohio. So without further ado, I want to welcome you and thank you for coming. So Mahoning County was founded on March 1st, 1846. That makes us 180 years old this month. It was created as part of Columbiana County and Trumbull County. And then it was Youngstown was made the county seat of it. So without going into too much detail, because I only have so much time here, you're welcome to join this on the Zoom meeting afterwards when it goes up on the YouTube thing. So what is Mahoning Valley known for? First off, our food is awesome. We have better food than anywhere else in the United States. We have so many different ethnicities, and we'll go over some of those in a minute. Work ethic, greatness in sports, world-class industry and manufacturing, entrepreneurism, and entertainment. So some of the things that are unique to our area, if you don't know this, Isley's Chip Chop Ham, can't find it anywhere else. Briar Hill Pizza, you can't find it anywhere else. Sunday sauce, everybody knows what Sunday sauce is. You make the sauce on Sunday and you share it all week long. Some of it might go on your Briar Hill Pizza. Wedding soup, everything that was in your refrigerator, chicken, meatballs, spinach from your garden, that's what wedding soup came from, is what was basically available to you. We have plenty of ethnicity foods. We have pierogies, haluski, kibasi, award-winning barbecue and soul food, Charlie Staples, that stuff. We have Middle Eastern, we have Jewish, we have Irish, corned beef. We're all represented here. I know, by the way, we love to cook chicken in multiple ways. So,
Mike, real quick, you skipped cookie tables. You could go 100
Can't-
miles from here and people never heard of having cookie tables at weddings. They look at you like you're crazy. I can't believe it.
And the tradition there was that all the aunts came together and made cookies for the wedding and kept the expenses low for the bride and groom. So that's the cookie table concept. We have a great work ethic. Go down south, people don't work as hard as we do. We really strive to do things right, and we keep ourselves busy. We've built automobiles, bridges, roads, dams, power plants. We have a strong union presence, and we have strong investors. Sports greatness. Harry Arroyo, IBF middle or lightweight champion. Kelly the Ghost Pavlik, middleweight champion. Ray Boom Boom Mancini, what a gentleman. Just an awesome, he presents his celebrity very well, and this whole area very well with that. Dave Dravecki, great in baseball. He has a legacy of having lost his arm and still hit some amazing hits afterwards. Dennis Valeska, pitcher for the Devil Rays and Red Sox. This is an important one. George Shuba, outfielder for the Royals. The handshake of the century. If you go down to Ween Park, you will see the awesome statue there where he shakes Jackie Robinson's hand. First white player to acknowledge the black player right here in Youngstown. Or it didn't happen in Youngstown, but he's from Youngstown. Maurice Clarett, running back for the Broncos. We have multiple YSU draft picks. And if you didn't know this, we are represented in the Super Bowl 5 times that I know of. Matt Cavanaugh, quarterback for the 49ers and Giants. Dan Benish, linebacker for the Falcons and Redskins with a 1988 win. Ross Browner, Bengals and Green Bay. Randy Gradishar, linebacker for the Broncos. And our own Ed Moransky, who owns Southwoods and a number of businesses around here. He has a Super Bowl ring from 1984. This I'm going to go over just real briefly. We made cars here for a long time, including in 1895, where we completely produced 100% in Youngstown the Fredonia Runabout Antano. Youngstown Incubator moves us up the ladder in technology, and America Makes is doing really great in 3D printing and manufacturing, bringing a lot of opportunity to the Valley. Famous venues in the Valley. The Warner Theater. There was 2 Jewish brothers that came to town, built the Warner Theater. They also built one in Newcastle, PA. The Idora Park Ballroom hosted many acts for years and years and years. The merry-go-round, I'll talk about that in a minute. State Theater. You can look through all these things. Outside of Mahoning Valley, we also have some great venues just outside the valley, and they're great. World-class talent. We're represented in the silver screen. We're represented on television. We're represented in music. We're represented in a number of different ways. Ed O'Neill, Pat Bylon, he wore the costume for E.T. Stiv Bators. If you like punk rock music, it literally started right here in the Valley with Stiv Bators and the Dead Boys. And every punk rocker from this point on was influenced by Stiv Bators. Ting Markulin, The Human Beings, the song Nobody Be Me. No, 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 no.
Those are songs.
So, well, I've got limited time here.
You got time.
My supervisor already told me to keep it shorter, right? All right, so Melissa Manchester, she sang "It's Got to Be the Morning After," right here from Youngstown.
Oh, yeah.
Bob DePiero, he wrote with Melissa Manchester, and he writes a number of amazing songs in Nashville now. Gary Ramey, if you've never met Gary, he owns Peppermint Productions. He's world famous for polkas. He played with Frankie Yankovic and other people as well. Michael Moritz, if you don't know that name, he's an Emmy and Tony Award producer on Broadway. He's got a great show now on called Hadestown, and it's one of the highest selling ticket sales in Broadway right now, right here from Youngstown, Ohio. Jim Cummings, the voice of Winnie the Pooh and Tigger 2. Joe Augustine. If you haven't heard Joe play, he plays out at the Avalon in Warren, and he's a world-renowned jazz pianist. He plays here all the time, but he's got multiple albums that sell all over the world. Kool and the Gang,
Yeah.
recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The Reynolds family, the Edsels. Ram-a-lam-a-lam-a-lam-a-lam-a ding dong. Ram-a-lam-a-lam-a-lam-a-ding. Joe Pizzullo, Never Gonna Let You Go with Sergio Mendes, hit song. So the next one is a band called Brainchild. They were real popular here in the 70s. And it was a guy named Bill Bodine that he moved out to LA, and he's a world-class musician out there. And he and I actually chat a little bit on Facebook once in a while. Philip Taylor, here we go. You'll like this one. I want just the right setting for it. So this was called Indigata de Vida, but what it really was meant to be was in his drunkenness, in the Garden of Eden, baby, don't you know that I love you? Phil Kagi, the Glass Harp Band, multiple albums, worldwide renowned. And if you don't know this about Phil, he actually plays guitar better than a lot of guitar players, short a couple fingers. He's missing a couple fingers. Del Sinchek, back to the polka fame. And he's still performing today at nearly the age of what, Carol, how old still?
Del
Del
Sinchek.
Bill
Sinchek.
Sinchek would probably be around 89 years old, 90.
That's about what I figured.
Do you know his wife?
Awesome musician. If
Helen's still
you
alive?
get a chance to see him, please do.
She worked with me on it.
Jennifer Walcott. How many of you guys know this name?
Frank's brother played.
She's a world-known model, possibly most famous for her Playboy magazine.
Ready then.
Sean Jones, jazz trumpeter. He recently was at YSU giving the keynote address for my son's graduation at YSU. He was awesome there. Lady Miss Kerr, musician and DJ. If you remember the band Delight from the 80s and 90s, that was her. She was right here from Youngstown. And Tony Hinchcliffe represents us in comedy. He graduated from Ursuline, and he's on the comedy scene in a worldwide way. Who have we
Mike, could
hosted
you go
here?
back one?
Go back one?
Yes.
Cappy, you're not on there.
I don't see the greatest sheriff in the history of Mahoning County on there.
Oh, will you stop? Jeez.
Only if he gets up there and sings.
Jerry, how do you get that, Jerry? I can't get that low.
I was trying
Okay,
to,
Mike,
I
everyone
was
makes
trying to
mistakes.
keep it unpolitical, but when we have
Yeah.
sheriffs around here, we have some world-renowned sheriffs around here.
We do.
Greatest sheriff in the history of Mahoning.
How come I can't get that low for
Famous.
my staff?
Yeah. You're not here long.
Oh,
Cappy, I'm trying to keep my job here. So, back to the entertainment factor. These are some of what I could fit on this page of the bands and musicians we've hosted, including Frank Sinatra. I gotta change presets on that one, right? Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel the glow just thinking of you, just the way you look tonight. There's one there for you. BB King, I'm going to count on the Reverend to join in this one. Thrill is gone.
on, Pastor. Come on. Come on, Pastor. Oh,
Mic him up. Get him a mic.
Gone away. Come on, Pastor.
Thrill is gone away. No, you done me wrong. You'll be sorry someday. So,
I heard of. Is Richard Pryor on there? I hear him talking about it all the time.
Journey.
Richard Pryor, you read? Stay up there.
highway run till the midnight sun. Wheels go round and round. You're on my mind. Michael McDonald. He came to town multiple times, once with the Doobie Brothers that I know of, and he came and did a Christmas show one time. And I had the opportunity to see that show. There's one of the voices that you could recognize in hundreds of songs. He worked with every talent there was, and he found always an awesome harmony part in every song. You listen to him, and in some songs, and you'll hear Michael McDonald's voice. Who else? Rush came to town. They played at, I believe, the State Theater. John Cougar came to the Canfield Fair a few years ago. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. There's a whole bunch of them. Peter Frampton. This particular one is in my dear heart because it was the first concert I ever saw. It was at Beagley Center in 1979. And I was there, and his opening act was just below Edgar Winter. So I got to see that show. And Richard Pryor came to town.
I remember that. There's
So,
been a whole bit about it. I
There's
just
an
don't answer.
infamous story about Richard Pryor, who possibly wasn't going to be paid that night, and went in the back room with what he thought was a real gun, and the mob told him otherwise. So anyway,
It's a funny story.
Richard Pryor did come to town, and some of his comedy does refer to Youngstown as well. As we mentioned, Cool and the Gang came, not only are they from here, but they came to town. Huey Lewis and the News,
Pat Benatar.
Tim McGraw recently. I happened to see the last two on this list here are the Beach Boys at the Canfield Fair. I was about 10 years old and I got to see the Beach Boys there. I also told my parents, I want to go see Engelbert Humperdinck. And they were like, what? So we went to see Engelbert Humperdinck right here in Youngstown. And I can go on and on and on about that, but I do have a limited amount of time. So it's
Everybody did more. Everybody.
radio personalities, television personalities. Who remembers Boots Bell?
Yeah.
I do.
Boots Bell was world renowned. We have a whole bunch of people on this list that made the national news. Tom Holden, and our own Jerry Ricciuti. So Jerry, you
Jerry, would you like to stand up?
so we are, who remembers Dan Ryan and the
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's run it up the
Okay, Dan.
flagpole.
my grandfather loved Dan Ryan. You listen to Dan Ryan. Len Rome, Dr. Rock out of Warren, Ron Lasky. He actually gave us one of our first jobs on Courthouse Square in Warren and put us on the radio. So Ron Verb, I can take a look at the list. Oh, and I gotta give John, Mr. Sports Bacho, a little shout out because he had me on the radio this coming Monday to announce this event for us. So, and he's a very dear friend of mine. So thank you, John. And see what else we got here. Local musicians. If you're around town, these are a lot of the people that you can see in the restaurants, the cabarets, the theaters. We have Left End, probably the most famous band that came out of this area. They had a really, really good album called Spoiled Rotten, which I happen to have a copy of.
I want it.
Well, The bidding might go up, but I don't know, I don't think it's for sale, right? But their most famous song was called Talking Lady. But it's a really, really good song, but I don't do it justice without a whole band behind it. Maureen Collins and Todd Hancock, they own Easy Street Productions. If you haven't seen their production of Miracle on Easy Street at Christmas time, please do. It's an awesome show. Mary Jo Deluso and Rick Blackson, they do a cabaret act around town. Del Sinchek once again. The late, great Mr. Dominic Taco and the Brotherhood. What a legacy of music that he produced. Libby Phil. How many people know the name Libby Phil?
Libby.
I happen to have Libby Phil's Tamburitza album.
Oh, my God.
I do. And I also have an accordion that what she once owned, and a couple other instruments that her students once owned. But Libby was just a ball of energy. I never had the opportunity to meet her, but the rumor is that she wanted to play and dance all the time, to the point where she took a saw to her steps to the basement so that they have more room to dance in her basement. So that's Libby's legacy. And she taught a lot of people. She taught a lot of people and traveled the world with those people. So what a legacy she had. Howard Hall, right up the street here, he owns a place called Frida's.
Oh, my God.
That building is world renowned, and I'll tell you why. Not only did Ella Fitzgerald keep a room upstairs from Frida's, but Ella Fitzgerald also got married at the merry-go-round to her bass player. So, right here in Youngstown.
That merry-go-round was the place. It was the it place back in the day. All of the big entertainers, from jazz to Tony Bennett to Frank Sinatra, D. Martin, they all came through Mahoning County, Youngstown. Not really in the county, but right through Youngstown. I mean, we had them all. And if they made it here, they were going to make it anywhere else, they said. That was the big deal.
Save that line.
So, yeah, we do have a lot of other polka bands, the Bill Bevick Band, the Zolka Brothers. And then the three at the end there, those are three bands that I get the opportunity to play with once in a while. We got Guys Without Ties, Blue Siren, and Rudy and the Professionals. Leather and Lace, my brother Kenny plays in Leather and Lace. And they're all very good friends of ours. And I would be remiss to not mention Gary Markowski from the Michael Stanley Band, as well as the Vindies. The Vindies are doing everything right. They are marketing themselves across the nation. They are now the opening act for Heart on their next tour. Or not Heart. I'm sorry, Pat Benatar. And they are doing very well for themselves. We should be very proud of them.
Pat Benatar was down at the Agora, wasn't she? Pat Benatar was
That's
there.
very
Money was
possible.
there.
I didn't look that up.
My dad used to be the cop at the door down there. I remember her.
Well, there you go.
I'm telling you.
And our former commissioner, Dave Ditzler, was the one who hired Huey Lewis and the News.
Yeah, he did.
That's
true.
Good job, Dave. Good
They
job.
hired a lot of people
Good
at
job,
that
Dave.
club he had.
So, and that's about it. Except for one more thing, if everybody would like to join in with God Bless America, please sing along. God bless
America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans,
white with foam. God bless America, my home sweet home. God bless America, my home sweet
All right, give yourself.
God bless us. God bless Mahoning County. God bless all of you. And God bless the United States of America.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mike. Thank you.
Good job, Mike.
All right.
That's.
We have,
Nobody can top that.
Yeah.
That's one talent. Dave Beatrice and Gilligan's Island.
you know what? If he did anything, he started something that we got to finish today was very good. If he did nothing else.
But what I'll say is Dave stole my thunder because I had some ideas of what to do.
Oh,
And he did actually steal my my thunder, I guess you could say. By doing that, I was like, he beat me to the punch.
that's all right.
Do I got to be Gilligan in your story too?
Actually, there's a funny version of. I'll just do this real quick. Wait a minute. What's the first words to Gilligan's Island?
Just right back.
Sit right back and you hear it tell the faithful tale that started from this troubled port on this tiny ship to the stairway to heaven.
You know what I want you to do, Mike? I want you to write me a song for next time Mr. Beatrice comes in with the walk of music. With the walk of music, I want it to be from Nazareth Hair of the Dog.
So
I want my walking music with he's here. A little bit of Nazareth, yeah.
now you're Nazareth.
Exactly.
God,
And
Exactly.
we're not doing
That's
that.
what I want.
Just
Anyhow.
Fabio, Commissioner Fabio, I want to make a special comment that one of the things I really liked about something you said, that this valley should stop thinking of itself as the Rust Belt.
Absolutely.
I truly, that's always been present in my mind, that doesn't move us forward. So.
Absolutely. And that's the first thing they want to see, that, I don't want to show that no more. We're moving ahead. We're gonna be
Had a
here.
couple of more names at list.
Lawrence
Lawrence Brownlee.
Brownlee.
Oh, she's
He's
officer.
So
Just
these are
Stratton's
officers.
Oh,
Um,
is she on?
Greg
Yes.
Richardson, he was a boxer. Jeff Lampkin, he was a boxer.
Oh, yeah.
James Brown was also here.
Yes, you're right.
Ike and Tina Turner.
They performed here?
Oh, yeah.
See,
Billy Beck, and also.
Billy Beck, I did mean to
Ricky
mention.
Ward. Ricky Ward played for a lot of famous people.
The Ohio players.
Yeah.
Dwayne, are you ready?
And Ron Daniels. He was also
Here,
a
Jermaine.
TV entertainer.
So when this goes up on the
Yeah.
YouTube website,
Ron Daniels.
comment some of those additional people on
Yeah.
that's awesome. We have so many, I can only.
I know, but you also
All right.
forgot that I've been trying to think of the Jamaican actor.
All right. I'm sorry, guys.
Ready?
You know,
We still got
Dwayne, move
meetings-
it over
meetings
now.
till 11 o'clock.
There you go.
Sure.
He can stand there.
I think Justice Stratton's on.
Are you want to announce her? Tell us.
John Cassidy from the Partridge Family. He played here at Idora Park.
We already did. No, we're still doing the
You need
public.
to be able to see your people.
People zooming
Ladies and
in.
gentlemen, the best sheriff in the nation.
Can we get the people up on?
Can we put the people zooming in on?
Could you read?
Stop sharing this.
Where are they? Oh, there we go.
There's Justice Stratton.
Okay. That was a hard act to follow, but with with Sheriff Green and Justice Stratton, we're gonna top that act. It's my pleasure to introduce retired Justice Stratton. Justice, did you want to talk?
Sure. I wasn't expecting to be entertained for half an hour, though. Thank you for having me on. Yes, we are very excited to come to Mahoning County on March 12th. This will be our third visit. We did one in person way back in the days when we did that on 2/16. And then we did one by Zoom on 2/21. And now we're doing our third visit. I have to tell you, Mahoning's one of my favorite counties to work with because you are all so inspired and so excited about the visit. We started stepping up 10 years ago to deal with the issue of criminal justice and mental illness in the jails. And Sheriff Green has been just a wonderful leader and partner in dealing with this issue because when they closed all the hospitals, the jails, as you well know, became the de facto hospital. And the National Sheriff's Association went to the National County Commissioners Association and said, we are the de facto hospital. We don't have resources, training, background, et cetera, and we need help. And so they started a program called Stepping Up. I left the Supreme Court 13 years ago, actually 12 years before I could have left or should have left, because I really wanted to spend time working on these criminal justice reforms. So I got involved as head of the Ohio Stepping Up Project, which we've done very differently than other states. Most states have 3, 4, or 5 counties maybe that are members of Stepping Up. We have just got Hocking County, so we have 66. And we come in with these meetings. I started when I had my first visit in 2016 with Peg's Foundation, who is a wonderful funder for this issue. Tom Craig was their mental health director. He and I visited. We are a team of 2. Now I have a team of 10. Thank goodness we are doing it by Zoom because they are all over the state, and I probably couldn't get them to twice a month to some remote part of Ohio, but I can get them to all attend by Zoom. But what we also really emphasize now are co-presentations, because we find that a lot of times the county know how well you think you're connected. There's somebody that doesn't know about this project or that project. So the Department of Behavioral Health, which used to be mental health, will talk about all the programs they can offer. Then your local Wayne will talk about your programs. Sheriff will talk about the things he's doing in his jail because he's been very progressive and wonderful. And then we'll have local presentations on that. We'll have NAMI will talk about what they're doing statewide and then locally. And these meetings are long. They're 3.5 hours from 10:30 to 2. But we cover a lot. We tape them, so if you can't stay on, I ask all the judges that have specialized dockets to present. And it's just a very, very useful meeting. So we're really excited to come to your county again and do another of these meetings. Everybody's invited to attend. We ask you to spread the Zoom information far and wide, because the more that you attend, the more connected that you can be. So that's a very quick snapshot of a very, very long project that I've been working on now for 10 years. And I don't know, the sheriff, if you would like to say something?
Good morning, Judge Stratton. Nice to see you again. This is something in Mahoning County. I've worked my whole career. I got 35, 36 years of experience with jails and in the criminal justice system. And it's ironic how far we've come from the very beginning. You had somebody within your facility, back in 1990 when I got on, you just couldn't wait to get them out. And it wasn't a focus. And I'll just be honest, it wasn't a focus back then because people didn't care. Now you really start, you evolve within your career. You see what the problems are. You see the recidivism from mental health and addiction and all of that. And you really start to focus on the core problems within the facility. Just from when Judge Stratton started with the Stepping Up program now, we've gone from one mental health individual, one counselor, and one psychiatrist that had come in once a week to now we have 3 full-time professionals within our building. Our officers are focused to identify these individuals that have needs. There's nowhere to put them right now. The state hospitals they're just not big enough. And for some reason, people have turned their backs publicly on these individuals that need help. We've always said that we're the biggest mental health hospital in Mahoning County. I believe that's true. The idea of this program, we just had a meeting. I sent my chief deputy, Bill Capabianca, to meet with them. And it was based on sequential mapping, which very confusing word to me. What is that? Well, they have what's called a navigator that comes in and focuses on all of your inmates within the jail that are real bad. Now, mind you, 1/3 of our inmates are on some kind of psychotropic meds, but then there's the real bad ones and many of them deserve to be in jail. It's the really bad ones that have no business being in our facility at all that you need to work on and try and get them through the system, a lot quicker, find a place where they can get the treatment that they need. The navigator, what he does or she does, it would be a full-time position that would be in our jail, identifying those individuals in need, then working directly with the courts. Am I going too far in explaining this, Judge? Should I continue, or is this something we're saving?
You can share all you want because hopefully it'll inspire them to attend.
Yeah, so, but the navigator works with the courts, keeps the courts informed daily on all of their progress, plus the behavior that they're doing when they're in our facility, which I don't need to use your imagination how bad some of it can be. And, at the end of the day, our officers are suffering from having to deal with that too, because they shouldn't be there. And so overall, it's just something that we're trying to really streamline. Knowing that there aren't a whole lot of bed spaces out there and a whole lot of treatment facilities out there. But we've worked very closely with the Mental Health and Recovery Board, with St. E's Hospital, with the state. We meet on a monthly basis now, focusing on some of our issues and problems that we're having with some of these individuals, trying to get them the help they need. I could go on and on and on about this. It's something we're really quite focused on right now. And you don't have to do this. You're retired, and God bless you for taking the time to, because that's really just a random thing, is mental health in jails. And I don't know how that became a passion of yours, but it's good that you did. And we're very happy to have it in our area. Many of these people, they're just committing crimes to survive. They end up coming back into the jail, and it's better to get them, focused on their meds, reconnected with their family, and we just do things a lot different now with that and addiction. So thank you, Your Honor. I don't want to go on. This has been a long. So. Dwayne,
Well,
you got
thank
anything?
you.
Dwayne?
First of all, honestly, I like to say in front of him, but we're blessed to have Sheriff Green, because when I first met with him, when I first started, I said, I want to go see the jail. And they said, no, you don't. And I said, yes, I do. And the first I met Sheriff Green, and he said, I can't arrest myself. I can't arrest my way out of this mess. And we're teamed up, and I'm hoping after this sequential mapping that we do a better job. We need to work together and keep it recognized in this association. But we got to do this together. But it's a major problem, and we'll deal with it. But some great things came out of that sequential mapping. Mahoning County's done 4, I think it's 3. I think we've probably done more than most, because when you're asking the experts to come in and tell you what you're doing wrong, we're going to make some adjustments. And I think one of the things definitely navigated also focused on some kind of mental, because our mental health hospital will be leaving Mahoning County. So that's a challenge that we have to work with too. But we're excited about this. It'll be good, and good things will happen. And I guess that's it.
Yeah, let me touch on one other thing that we're implementing amongst our employees, because obviously, Dwayne is very involved with suicide, and I've done commercials for that as well. To prevent them.
Yeah.
And did I make that sound wrong? So what we've been, we have 225 employees, and I know it's a lot, but we're patterning it after Van Wert and Paulding County, which are smaller counties. But it's simply a yearly mental health checkup where every one of our employees just goes and sits down with a mental health professional just to find out how things are going, sometimes focused on, alcohol abuse and the things that many law enforcement officers through stress deal with. We just opened that Smith Wellness Center.
Yep.
And there's always a stigma involved when it comes to, a law enforcement officer needing help or needing, and that wellness center actually will take that stigma out of it. Individuals will be able to go there. We're hoping the mental health individuals will be able to go there and meet with our employees. And really, it's just a conversation, and if they would need additional treatments or sessions, and number one, it would be covered. Number two, nobody would know about it. It's confidential. And I just think it's a good thing for those who protect us, because they see a lot of things that aren't normal, and ways on individuals. So that's all.
No, I mean, again, tune in next week. I think we'll learn a lot. We're going to hear from everybody. And again, I think what the sheriff's doing is normalizing help-seeking behavior, because one of the highest numbers, our highest category for people taking their lives in Mahoning County are men, older men. And we don't know why that is, and we're addressing it, but making it normal to ask for help. And we get the sheriff to do a lot of commercials for us because we want to show it's not a weakness to ask for help, it's strength. So he's gonna go help that. But I think it's a good team working with Justice Stratton. And we were one of the first stepping up counties. I was in Columbus. On my way back, I get a call from the media saying your commissioner just made you stepping up county. I thought, oh boy, what is this? And so then we jumped on board. So it's
Right
exciting.
after IMF'd you, we bought in.
Oh my God. Justice. Careers. You know, I want to say one thing, and I agree. And Justice Stratton, you were always on the first step of this mental illness with the justice system back when I was a councilwoman and Judge Millage had the first Veterans Court, if you can remember. We were all down at the Youngstown Club and we rolled it out. And in Mahoning County, that was the first specialized doctor. And then as it did, it just started trickling down to a lot of other judges. And now we have probably 5 courts in Mahoning County that deal with mental illness, whether it be drug addiction, alcohol addiction, whatever it is. And I think you started that. You started that ball rolling in Ohio. And to give up your judgeship early to have this specialized passion it's just beyond me. It's beautiful. And it's helping our people because Jerry is right. The jail has always been
It's Sheriff Green, Carol.
I'm sorry. Thank God.
Sure, you're not in Columbus, so you don't go to Columbus.
What's right is the jail, from the day I started in this county, which was years ago, has always been the ground for mental illness with our people, always. And when you started, Dwayne, with these programs, and what excites me is some of the programs that you're going to have are going to follow these people out of the jail. Because once someone that's got mental illness is okay and they leave the jail, the medication stays in the jail. But to have somebody actually as a navigator, follow people outside of that and keep them safe and medicated to what they need. I think that.
Well, actually, I don't want to prolong this, but one of the changes we have made is when they leave the jail, we make sure they take their prescription with them.
Right.
To get them set up where we can continue on with that.
That's good.
100%.
And it's one of the first things Justice said is find Judge Millage, right? And
Oh,
I think you talked with him.
he's here. I think he's in Florida now, though. I'm
Yes.
not sure, but I'm
Yes.
pretty
I
sure
did-
he's in Florida.
I did send him the invitation in case he
Did
wanted
you?
to listen in.
Well, he might. I'll have to call him before the event. He's a good friend.
I like that.
So, thank you, Justice. I can't wait to see you on
Thank you,
Zoom.
ma'am. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Sheriff Green.
Thank you all.
All right, thanks, Sheriff. Thanks, Wayne. Just you call him Sheriff. All right, we got one more. All right, next we're gonna have Mr. Edward Hale. He's gonna talk to us about multiple sclerosis awareness.
Morning, I came prepared for your 3 minutes on the floor and I'll try to stick to that.
Sorry, sir, you could have a couple extra.
Thank you. For your protocol for the record, my name is Edward L. Hale. I reside at 3451 Steubenville Road, Southeast Carrollton, Ohio, situated in Carroll County. I stand on the floor before you this morning for the sole purpose of speaking to you regarding Ohio House Bill 379. Ohio House Bill 379 was signed into law 20 years ago by former Governor Robert Taft, March 2nd, 2006. Ohio House Bill 379 was declared among the month of March as Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month in the state of Ohio. When that bill was signed and enacted into law, Ohio became the first state to recognize and proclaim March as Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month. Other states across the nation was only proclaiming a week. Every hour, somebody is diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, also known as MS. MS is a chronic disease of the central nervous system, which there is no known cure to this day. MS interrupts the flow of information. The information between the brain, the spinal cord, and other parts of the body. A few of the impacts of someone with MS could be one or more of the following experiences. However, there are numerous other ones found daily. As an individual, you may experience continuous headaches, be sensitive to hot or cold temperatures, have vision difficulties, balancing problems, standing, walking, slurred speech. You may even stop somebody from moving in their day-to-day life. MS can also affect someone's mental health. No one has chosen to live with MS, it has chosen us. In 2006, I myself became diagnosed with MS from testing of a neurologist in Canton, Ohio. When I was diagnosed, he explained some of the symptoms to me, put me on medication, and watched progress as I move along in my life. I did not know what MS was. I never heard of MS. After my diagnosis, I took it upon myself to research the side effects of MS. And I found others along with myself experiencing some of the same challenges day in and day out. However, no two people have the same side effects as each other. There are things known and there are things unknown about MS. According to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, MS affects more than 1 million children and adults in the United States. And to this day, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society and other major organizations across America are actively working towards finding a cure. Since 2006, I've been moving forward, becoming more educated about MS and active in awareness by serving as a Carroll County MS activist to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society Ohio Buckeye chapter. I have come here today to share this information with you. And in my time, I have come to know several residents in Carroll County with MS. And along my journey throughout Ohio, each person shares their different challenges. I have been advocating for others. I've been advocating for myself by sending correspondences to state representatives regarding costly medication, financial matters related to the medications and research funding, as well as the mental health that tolls on some people. However, I have not stopped there, and I will continue to move forward and be the voice for others as long as I can. And while doing so, I've been the voice for others, attending Board of Commissioner meetings in the past, advocating for the awareness. I've been in Belmont County, Carroll County, Columbiana County, Harrison County, Holmes County, Jefferson. This past Monday, I was in Monroe County, Stark County, and Tuscarawas. Next week, I'll be in Noble County, Muskingum, and Guernsey to continue the awareness. MS activists are champions for a change, serving to advocate the mission with federal and state policymakers. This month, activists on Capitol Hill are there to activate for change, for there to advocate helping people with MS access better care, cutting-edge treatments, cutting-edge therapies, resources they need to live, resources they need to live their best lives day in and day out. The effects of MS may not always be visible, but the support is. We all have a testimony to share in our lives, and we have a testimony that we can educate, testimony that we can move forward, a testimony that we can share with others in the public, let them know that they are not alone, that there's other people there with them. Today, I stand before you to advocate for March's Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month in the state of Ohio. I have recently forwarded to your office a proclamation, and I ask that you acknowledge and recognize and proclaim March as Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month in Mahoning County. I thank you for your time, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Sir, very much. He's down. Sir. Over here.
Thank you.
We actually going to present this on behalf of one of the county commissioners.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for all your advocacy.
Thank you. No trouble.
Sure.
I'll take it.
Here, I
We
think
can,
they-
we can take.
They'll take them. Anna, you wanna use?
I could just send them to them
Yeah.
or email them. Why don't you send them to Maria?
Yeah, we have his email address.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Ready? Smile. Thank you.
You want with your phone, is that what you
Yeah,
want?
that'd be.
Oh, I can
Thank
do
you.
that.
Take one of his phone, please.
Thank you.
Is it all ready?
More the merrier.
Eddie? Maria, you don't want to be in there, do you?
No.
I zoomed in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you, Carol. Carol wants to help you. Thank you.
All right. Anthony.
Okay, motion to approve previous minutes, board meeting number 8, and approval of those minutes.
Second. Roll call.
Commissioner Remedy again.
Yes.
Mr. Fabio.
Yes, yes. Excuse me. Legal notices, lead. Phil?
Good morning, Commissioners. This is a notice of a public hearing to release our FY 2024 CHIP applications to the Mahoning County portion of that. We did Camel and Struthers last year. It's a 2-year, 3-month grant. So we reserved Mahoning County for this year. It's a 2024 CHIP. It looks out of whack, but we received in 25 and we implemented last year and this year.
Okay, thank you. Dan?
Motion to approve legal notice number 1.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati.
Yes.
Commissioner Traficant.
Yes.
Commissioner Fabio.
Yes. Journal entries, agreements, A through J, convention and visitors. A for
Thank you, Chair Howard Maria. A is an agreement with Freeport Press. This is for printing and shipping of the 2026 Mahoning County travel guides. This is in the estimated amount of $44,726.44. It is non-general fund.
Thank you. Engineers.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Morning.
It's an agreement with PSI Western Star for parts and repair of our fleet vehicle. 63, for the estimated amount of $1,018.29. It's not bad.
Thank you. C, lead. Phil.
C is an agreement with the Howland Company LLC for chip home repair work at 19 Creed Circle in the amount of $8,850. D is an agreement with the Howland Company for lead hazard control and healthy homes work at 120 Carroll in the amount of $62,580. And E is an agreement with All Valley Heating and Cooling for furnace installation, tune-up, hot water tank, miscellaneous repairs in the amount of $79,568. That is at multiple units, not just one furnace. That's to cover the grant from start to finish.
All right, thank you. Recycling. Lou.
Good morning, Commissioners. Item F is our agreement with WFMJ to provide advertising services for our special waste collection events. Also, I'm going to need to log off after this. I have another meeting with Ohio EPA.
All right, thank you. Sanitary. Jill.
Good morning, Commissioners. G is an agreement with Frida Freightliner of Youngstown, and this is for sales, parts, and service to all of the county Freightliner vehicles, the department vehicle maintenance fleet, in the estimated amount of $10,000, non-general. And H is an agreement with Joe Dickey Electric to furnish and labor materials and perform with current safe electric preventative maintenance on various equipment for the Meander and Boardman wastewater treatment plants for 3 years. Estimated amount $55,804, non-general.
Thank you. Aye, Sheriff.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Ricciuti. How are you?
I'm well, thank you all.
Thank you.
I is in agreement with Smart Communications for the installation of the new inmate communication system for the next 2 years. You'll notice that's at no cost to the county because the inmates actually pay to use that system.
We like that.
J is an agreement with Bear Communications, Inc., doing business as Bearcom for the purchase and replacement of equipment for a communications upgrade to central control in the jail located inside the Justice Center. The amount of $182,211.68, and that is non-general.
Thank you. Anthony?
Motion to approve agreements, letters A through J.
Second.
Roll call. You can do it.
Commissioner Rigetti, yes. Commissioner Trafficani.
Yes.
Commissioner DeFabio.
Yes, it's the fee. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Here, Annie. I'll take them for you.
All right.
Change orders. A and B. Engineers.
Is change order number 5 is final. Quantity is implement for Green Tea Trucking. And the decrease amount $48,758.06. Again, not.
And lead-based. Phil?
This is change order number 1 with American Pinnacle Construction for the lead hazard control and healthy homes work, 3676 Powers Way. This is a decreased amount of $1,575 of work that was never completed in a prior year.
Thank you. Anthony?
Motion to approve change orders A and B.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes.
Commissioner Fabio?
Yes. Appointments, commissioners. Who do you want to do that? Jody?
Sure. This is a reappointment of the following individual to serve on the Mahoning County Children's Services Board for 3 years, effective April 1st, 2026. Ron Gerberry.
Thank you. Anthony?
Motion to approve appointments 3A.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes.
Commissioner Fabio?
Yes. Resolutions, additions.
Motion to approve resolutions, number 1 additions.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Trafficante?
Yes.
Commissioner Fabio?
Yes. Resolutions A through H, and there are a typo because there was 2 letter Bs. So we'll start with A. Jody?
Sure. This is the resolution approving the appointment of the second deputy clerk as acting clerk in absence of the clerk of the board.
Thank you. OMB. Jen?
Good morning, Commissioners. This is a resolution to authorize the expenditure of opioid settlement dollars to the Mental Health Board in the amount of $12,000.
All right, thank you. Letter C is EMA.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Hey, Robin?
This has to do with our local emergency planning committee. These are appointments to that group. Harley Dunlap from PTM Technologies is one of the industry representatives. Austin Gebhardt for the hazmat team, and of course, Dina Wilson.
All right, very good, thank you. Facilities.
I have
Alan?
facilities out,
Oh, you
I
got it.
believe. This is a resolution approving the moral obligation payment of Reels 5 for parts needed for floor maintenance in the amount of $205.95.
Thank you. E, Human Resources. Is that going to be Michelle?
Yes, good morning, Commissioners. Maria. E is for Human Resources, resolution approving the agreement with Clemens, Nelson and Associates, Inc. to provide human resources consulting services for 3 years in the amount of $25,000.
All right, F, lead-based.
This is a resolution approving the moral obligation payment for relocation of a disabled vet for the CHIP grant program in the amount of $2,732.50.
And G. Bill, you got G too.
Oh, I do have G. Sorry about that. Next
That's
page.
all right.
This is a resolution to accept the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development grant in the amount of $7,750,000 for lead hazard reduction and healthy home supplemental funding and advertise for such for environmental review and things.
That's awesome for our area. Yes, and H, Sheriff.
Morning again, everyone. This is a resolution to approve the moral obligation payment of $1,061 to Hall Public Safety. This was to purchase emergency vehicle equipment for one of the sheriff's cruisers.
All right, thank you. Anthony?
Motion to approve resolutions A through H.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Fabia?
Yes. All right. Any public officials, anybody else for the good of the order? We have anything?
No.
Gerald?
No, thank you. I just want to thank Justice Stratton and Mike. I want to thank you as well for a great presentation. And I look forward to Justice Stratton's presentation in a few weeks. I think that's going to be very educational for all of us. So thank you, Dwayne. Thank you, Jerry. Have a good weekend. I'm done.
Absolutely. Thank you, Leslie, for that beautiful presentation and history of the valley, and Justice Stratton for all the interdiction. And Jerry, what they've done to our jail, making us a stepping up community. Thank you.
Good. That's good. I just want to thanks, Mike. Thank you for the other presentations we had. Jerry, Dwayne, for all the work you do for the county and everyone. And I just again, I want to pray for our troops and the people we have in harm's way. It's a very dangerous world, and a lot of times we don't see the danger outside of our own little scope. But there's people out there fighting for our rights to have our little bickering disagreements, and we have to appreciate them every day. And with that, Maria, when's our next meeting?
Next Thursday here at 9 a.m. The
All right.
time change to 9.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to recess?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Remedy Agati?
Yes.
Commissioner Traficant?
Yes.
Commissioner Fabia?
Yes, thank you, everybody.
You ready, SW?